Maiee मेरे मन को सुख दो। वाहेगुरु 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 माई मोरो प्रीतम राम बतावो री माई माई मोरो प्रीतम राम बतावो री माई माई प्रीतम राम बतावो री
ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ। ਮੂਕ ਉਚਰੈ ਸ਼ਾਸਤ੍ਰ ਖਟ ਪਿੰਗ ਗਿਰਨ ਚੜ੍ਹ ਜਾਏ। ਅੰਧ ਲਖੈ ਬਦਰੂ ਸੁਨੈ ਜੋ ਕਾਲ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਾਏ। अंधलख बदरू सुना जो काल कृपा कराए। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। So today I'll be speaking in English for the ease of understanding, so that we can all understand the message that's going to be relayed. And we'll be speaking about women in history, in our Sikh history, the important role that women played. But before I start, I'd just like to congratulate everybody on the Guru Gadi Divas of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. Today is the day that they got passed on the Gurta Gadi, so congratulations to everyone. And we'll start with the beautiful shabads that Gandhiji's been singing. And the last one that they just sang, it just sums up the whole talk. Today's whole talk is summed up in that one shabad. Because here Guru Sahib talks about women. Mandhaa raajaan. Why would we call her bad when from her kings are born? But to take it a step further for us, it's not just kings. We say Rajan ke Raja, Maharajan ke Maharaja. That Guru Sahib is the king of kings. And from all 10 gurus, they all came from a mother. So Mandhaa raajaan. Why would we call a woman bad when because of her came the Guru Sahib? Guru Sahib took on a physical form and came through a woman, through a mother's womb. So here they highlight the importance of a woman. They talk about how you're born through a woman. Jamia, Nimia, you're married to a woman, because after the marriage is when the children come. So the whole Shabad talks about women, their importance, the role that they play not only in society but in the world in general. And then we'll give examples of very strong women in our history, and then we'll link it back to how we today as women still play such a vital role in society, in Sikhi, on this path. We are the future, because from us come the future generations, so we can't shy away. I know it's our nature as females to be a lot shy, more shy than males, and not step up to do as much seva. But hopefully after the examples that I share, we'll all know that we have it in us to bring Sikhi forward and help this path flourish. So I'll start by speaking about Mata Aakheeaai Ji, who is the wife of Guru Angad Dev Ji. And call it a coincidence, but it's really beautiful that today is Maharaj's Gurta Gadi, and the first Bibi that we'll speak about is their wife. And the reason I picked Bibi Ji first was because she's the only female that's mentioned in Gurbani. So in the whole of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, there's only one Bibi who's mentioned, and it's Mata Aakheeaai Ji. So we have to think that if they were mentioned in Gurbani, they must have done something really great to earn that status. Because we know there's millions of women in Sikh history, even though it's not spoken about much, maybe due to lack of documentation, or because there's a lot more about the males. But Mataji must have really done something important to earn that darja to be mentioned in Gurbani by Guru Sahib himself. And the shabad that was written about Mataji is Balwand Khivi Nek Jan, Jisbauti Shao Patrani. So I'll break that up for you. There's Balwantji who's writing this poetry about Mataji, and he's saying Khivi Nek Jan, that Mata Aakheeaai Ji is a Nek Jan. When we call someone Nek, that means they're humble. That means they don't have an ego, they don't have a sense of self, which means that they're very approachable. Jisabhati Shao Padragi. Shao is when we take shade. So the way we have a massive tree, we'll go to that tree to take shade when it's really hot outside. The same way Mataji used to provide that shade to the Sangat, to everybody that used to go to her, they used to feel that cooling effect and that shade from her. And I'd like to link this back now to our beautiful mothers. Whenever we're getting told off, we go to our mom, because she provides that cooling shade for her children. Whenever we have any worries, we go to our mom. And this is backed up by Guru Sahib in Vani. The previous shabads that Gandhiji sang, they said Maiee. They all spoke about the mother. Even when we have Anand Sahib, we say Anand Paya Meri Maiee. We tell our mother. we always go to our mother because that's where we get that cooling effect from. And I'm not trying to generalize here, we do love our fathers as well. But in this Pankti, they're saying that Mataji brought that shade for the Sangat. So just imagine, now we're sat in Sangat, and if anybody had a problem or anything disturbing them, they would go to Mataji with that problem. And that wasn't enough. Mataji going ahead, they say, Langar daulat bandiya, ras amrit kheer ke aali. So now they're saying, what did Mataji do? What gave her this beautiful status in Gurvani? Langat daulat bandiya. The daulat, the wealth that she gave out to the Sangat was in the form of langar. And they say specifically Mataji's kheer, rasa amrit kheer ke aali. That rasa, that taste of that amrit, the kheer they said tasted like amrit. It was so beautiful, so sweet. And Mataji is the one who played a really big role in the Langar Seva during Guru Nanak Dev Ji's time on the Guru Gaddi. So this was about Mataji and her qualities. But what do we take from Mataji? She played her role, she got her Dabda in Gurvani. But for us girls today, mothers and young girls today, what can we take from Mataji and what can the men help support us with? These cooling qualities for sure, let's embrace them. Let's not feel like we're weak because we're cooling, because people come to us about problems. It's a quality, it's a blessing that Maharaj has given us. So let's embrace it and use it. And Langar Di Seva. As women, we were made, we were born to nurture. So let's not have that bias that, oh, it's only the women who do the Langar Seva, the men never come into the kitchen. Let's embrace it, let's accept it. Like Guru Sahib has blessed us with this gift in order to feed people. That's such a big thing that we're blessed to do. Because without nourishment, there's no survival. And the men are always there to support. The same way the Guru Sahibs were there to support their wives and their children and the Sangat in general, even the men are here to support us as well. So let's not shy away, let's not feel like the weak agenda. Let's step up and just do what we were made to do. If Guru Sahib has given us these blessings naturally, let's just embrace it. And then after that I'll speak about Mata Ganga Ji. So Mata Ganga Ji is the wife of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, Del Mahal, the 5th Guru, and the mother of the 6th Guru, Guru Hargobind Ji Maharaj. But the story behind the birth of Guru Hargobind Maharaj Ji shows us the strength that a woman bears in her. Because Mataji couldn't have a child for a very long time. And their husband was the Guru, so obviously they had all the powers and all the abilities to bless them with a child. But they had so much namrata within them that they said, I want you to go to Baba Buddha Ji. I'm not going to be the one to bless you. Go get the blessings from Baba Buddha Ji. So Mataji went to Baba Buddha Ji to ask for the dhat of a child. Because she said, I want to have a child, I want to look after a child, nurture a child. But when she went to Baba Buddha Ji the first time, she went wearing very lavish clothes and she had a whole wide spread of foods that were made by now her helpers and not herself. She dressed up and she had a very wide spread of food and she took it to Baba Buddha Ji. The same way we come and do Matha, we put peta down, we always give Maharaj something, even if it's a flower. The same way when they went to Baba Buddha Ji, they said, I'm going to go with food. But the approach that they had wasn't the best because the first time that Mataji went there, they were actually rejected by Baba Buddha Ji. They said, sorry, I can't help you. And then they went back to their husband, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, sorry about that, the 5th Guru. And they said to them that I was turned away by Baba Buddha Ji and I took for them a lot of food and I did go to them to ask for this dhat. And then Guru Sahib told them that, did you go as the wife of a Guru or did you go as a mother who wants a child? And that was the turning point in their mind that I went as the wife of a Guru. I went with all my luxuries, all my power, but in reality I was supposed to go as a woman who just wants to bear a child. I was supposed to go with all the honesty and truth in my heart, all the pain that I'm holding that from not having a child. So then the next time that Mataji was going, which was just a few days later, they made the food themselves, they made the roti with their own hands, and they just dressed up very simple, very plain. And they went to Baba Buddha Ji and they said, please accept this prasada, I've made it for you with my own hands and you know why I'm here. They wanted that dot of a child. And this time Baba Buddha Ji said that now that you've come to me from the depths of your heart, without bringing food made by somebody else but yourself, now I'll help you. And they said through the Guru's kirpa, you'll have a son that's Dada Panjan Guru Surma, Vada Joda, Bahapare Upakari. So Mataji made the prasada, and on the prasada was a ganda, an onion. And they gave it to Baba Buddha Ji. And Baba Buddha Ji held that onion and they squashed it, they smashed it with their hand. And they said, in this same way, you'll have a child. Our sixth Guru, who was really big, they were massive, they were really big, they had a really wide chest. The more we read in history, we find out how big they were. They had massive muscles and they used to adorn themselves in that way as well. And they said, the same way that I've squashed this ganda with my hand, this is how your son will destroy all the enemies that come to them. Dala Panjan, a Dal is a whole army. Dala Panjan, Guru Surma. He's a Guru who's a Surma, a warrior. Vada Joda, Vad means massive, big. Joda, again, a warrior. Bahapare Upakari. What will they do on this world? Bahut jada parupkar karenge. Parupkar is to help somebody else. Not for your own selfish needs, not because it's the right thing to do, but because you want to. And that's exactly what Guru Sahib did when they fought all the battles that they fought and all the people that they helped. And that was our sixth Guru, Guru Hargobind Ji Maharaj, who was born through this shabad. But now bringing it back to Mataji, let's look at the strength in her. When she knew she could get everything from her husband, she still had to lower herself and go to Baba Buddha Ji. The first time she got rejected, she could have, held it to her heart and said, I'm not going back. He didn't accept all the lavish spread that I gave him the first time. But she had to really break her ego, lower herself and say, I really want this dhaa, and I'm going to listen to what my husband says because he's the Guru, and I'm going to go to who he sends me, and I'm not going to leave without getting what I want. Sometimes it's okay to be ziddi. It's okay to keep coming to your Guru and asking him. Because just like we have a parent and a child, the child might ask for something once and the parent will say no. But if you ask your parent 10 times, your parent will get tired and they'll say yes. The same thing with our Guru. We can come to our Guru and we can ask for something once. But if we ask from our Guru every day and it's the right thing for us at the right time, our Guru will give it to us. So that's the strength that we also hold as women, that we have that ability to lower ourselves and ask for what we want, even if we're asking from somewhere else. So this was about Mata Ganga Ji. And then on the note of the birth of Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, there's also another pankti that says, Tan tan so janani, jin Guru janaya Maiee. In Good Bani, there's the darja that's saying, Tan tan so janani, that blessed is that mother who gave birth to a Guru. As we said, so kya banda Aakheeaai jit jamma raajaan, but a Guru is bigger than a king. So they say, Tan tan so janani, jin Guru janaya Maiee. That how blessed is she who actually gave birth to a Guru. The Guru Sahibs that we bow down to today came through a mother, and that mother was Mata Ganga Ji. So let's embrace that strength. Then we have the third Bibi that I'll speak about, who is Bibi Gurveen Ji. And she was the daughter of Guru Amar Das Ji. And when we speak about her, all that we see is her seva. Because seva is such a massive thing. When we speak about mukti, when we speak about liberation, Guru Sahib tells us that there's seva and simran. There's two things that we have to do side by side. As we have a bird, they have two wings. And from these two wings for us as a Guru, they Sikh, is seva and simran. So when we look at the Jeevani of Bibi Gurveen Ji, it's just absolute seva. There's no other word to describe it. So their father, Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, was sat in Samadhi one day. They were sat in deep meditation and they were sat on a manji. A manji is a wooden cot which has 4 legs. And this one leg at the front was about to give way. And they saw that my dad is in Samadhi. They're doing their bhakti, they're doing their meditation. They had their consciousness attached to a Vaheguru. And they said, I can't let the manji fall because their concentration will break and they'll fall out of their samadhi. So what she did was she held the manji, the wooden leg of the whole manji, she held it with her hand. And obviously, as females, we're not as strong physically, so it took a lot out of her to hold it there until she started bleeding. She sustained injuries just because she didn't want to break her father's samadhi. And when Guruji came out of their samadhi, they opened their eyes and they saw her sitting there holding the manji and bleeding. They go, oh my daughter, how blessed are you that you did this so that my samadhi doesn't break. And they said, now all that effort that I've put to do that meditation, ask for a vad, ask for whatever you want, any itcha, any desire that's on the top of your mind, ask for it and I'll give it to you because you enabled me to do my meditation. And at this point, Bibiji goes that I just want this guruship to remain in my family, in this lineage. Let it not go to any other family. And at that point, Guru Sahib said to them that the same way that you've endured all this pain holding up my manji and all this blood, all this injury, this hurt and pain, you must understand that if you want this guruship to stay within your family, it's going to be just that painful. You're going to have to go through all that pain, and all the ones to follow are going to have to go through a lot of hardship for this guruship to stay within the family. And at that point, understanding that, Mataji still said yes. She still said, that's my only manga from you, that if you really want to bless me with something, then let it be this guruship that stays within the family. And from there we see that the guruship did stay in the family up until Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, who then enthroned Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, who is just with us today and always. So that was the strength of Mataji and how she had so much love in her that she was able to fulfill that seva, not only of her father but also her husband. So that brings us to seva, us as women as well. Let's do whatever seva that we desire to do. Let's not shy away from it. Now I'll speak about Bibi Amaroji. So Bibi Amaroji is the daughter of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. And her story is really beautiful because through her, the guruship was passed on. We had Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, who used to do a lot of meditation, a lot of bhakti. They used to go to a lot of tirth snans, and they were very spiritual and religious, but they didn't have a guru. And at one point, one of the pandits that they went on yatra with said that I've done the company, I've even eaten food from someone who doesn't have a guru. And that was so painful for Maharaj because they had so much love for God. They just wanted to merge back. And they said, what does it mean that I don't have a guru? Like, you mean that I'm not pavitra, I'm not pure, I'm not good enough? And from there, when they woke up one morning, they had their daughter-in-law, Bibi Amaroji, and she was singing Gurdwani. And the thing is, when we think of something like seva, or we think of a massive change in the panth, we think of very extravagant things. We don't think of the basics like langar di seva, something that we're blessed to do. We don't think of like the really, not things that don't matter, but really small things that come easy to us as women, like just singing Gurdwani. All Mataji was doing was she woke up that morning, she was doing her morning duties, whatever she used to do in the house, and she was singing Gurdwani. And because Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj was in so much pain that he had been called a Nigura, when he heard that Gurdwani, it touched the depths of his heart. And he said, whose Bani is this? Because I want that person to be my Guru. Not realizing that was the father of the girl who was singing the Bani. So then when Bibiji took him to the Guru, they said, well, you can't bow down to me because you're older in age and you're from the boys' side. There was a lot of this back in the days of the boys' side is higher than the girls. So they said, you can't bow down to me. And Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj said, I've come here as your chela. I want to be your chela. I want you to be my Guru. Don't think of me in terms of the relation that we hold. Yes, your daughter lives in my house as my daughter-in-law, but I want to be your chela. I need a Guru. And so through Bibi Amaroji, the Gurta Gati was passed on to Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. So let's think of the magnitude of the role that she played. Because imagine she wasn't singing that Gurbani in their house that morning, what would have happened then? So it's these small things that contribute to a massive change. The fact that she was there singing that Gurbani and she took Guru Sahib to their father, and then they got blessed with the Guruship next. Next I'll speak about Mata Sundari Ji, because I believe she's not spoken about much. She's the Mahal, the wife of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and the role that she played as a woman is so extravagant, it's really hard to explain. She used to write handwritten hukams. We still today we have the hukamname of Mata Sundari Ji present in Punjab. And a hukamnama is when you address all of the Sangat from a point of authority. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj used to write out these hukamname to the Sangat. But Mata Sundari Ji was given that darja as well. She was told that you should write them out as well. And at this point they were residing in Delhi because Maharaj fought a lot of battles, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj fought a lot of wars. So Mata Sundari Ji at that point would take charge of all that Guru Gobind Singh Ji used to rule over. And she wrote handwritten hukamname to the Sangat. And I can't stress how massive a deal this is. That's something that the Guru themselves used to do, write out hukamname. They gave their wife that authority to do it as well. And as if that wasn't enough, Mataji raised Jassa Singh Ahluwalia. I'm pretty sure we've all heard of the great man that they grew up to be in Sikh history, but their journey started in the hands of Mata Sundari Ji. So Jassa Singh Ahluwalia was 5 years old when they lost their father. And in those times, without a father, things were really hard. So their mother couldn't bring them up single-handedly. And because of that, their mother brought them to Mata Sundari Ji, who was residing in Delhi. And at this point, Guru Sahib was out at war. Guru Sahib was going to leave their body and not come back to Delhi. And they said, could you please raise this child because I can't manage as a single mother. So Mataji, even though they had their Char Sahibs out there of their own, they took on Jassa Singh Ahluwalia and they brought them up. They brought them up to be such an amazing figure in our history. Under the reign of Nader Shah, they went to free up slaves, male and female. They were the leader of the Dal Khalsa. The Dal, as I mentioned, is a whole army. So Jassa Singh Ahluwalia was the leader of the army that used to free up slaves in the reign of Nader Shah, who was the enemy at that time. But we only see their success without looking into their background. They grew up without a father and they grew up in the hands of Mata Sundari Ji. Mata Sundari Ji, the Mahal of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. So not only do women play a role in the langar and in that nurturing sense of providing shade to their children, but Mataji was political in the sense that she sent out hukamname to the Sangat, which proves that we can do it all. We just limit ourselves. We say we can't do this, or the men are there, they'll do it instead. But if you ever have a desire that you feel like doing something, you just have to step up and do it. Nobody's going to stop you. And to bring that to a very personal example of myself sat here right now speaking to you, I'll speak about the Bhai Manjiya. So Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, in their time as Guru, they set up 22 Manjiya. And these Manjiya were people who were sent out to do Sikhi Vidyala. So they were residing in Goindwal Sahib at that time. And they sent out these 22 Manjiya, which were like groups of people, into all of India and Punjab, to Haryana, to all these different places which were very far away from Goindwal Sahib at that time. And out of those Manjiya, there were women present as well. They were women who were sent out to do Prachar all those many years ago. So what stops us today? When I first came on this journey, I thought it's something I couldn't do, sit here and address the Sangat. First I thought I wouldn't even be allowed. But when I stood up to do the seva, I realized nobody's stopping me. We limit ourselves as women. We say that we can't do it. Chaur Sahib di seva, nobody's going to stop you. Maharaj di seva, Sukhasan di seva. These are things we don't do because we know there's a male figure present to do it. Giving out the day, the prasad that we varta, there's always the man ready to do it. But if we as women feel like it's something we want to do, just get up and do it. Nobody's going to stop you. And that I can say from my personal experience. So to wrap up, I'll just share a little sakhi on the Bhai Mandhaa and how one Mandi was formed, how one lady was sent out to do prachar. So at this time, there was a Muslim king who came to see Guru Sahib, and he had a few wives, so he brought them to come and see Guru Sahib as well. And at that point, as we know, Muslim women veil their faces, but Guru Sahib was highly against this because they wanted to bring that sense of equality within the males and the females. So they said if the man doesn't have to cover his face, the woman doesn't have to either. So as he brought his wives, he had one who was a lot younger and she was really shy and timid. And Guru Sahib said to her, just unveil your face. Because in order to come into Guru Sahib's darbar at that time, they used to Bella Pakat, Fear Sangat. First you have to sit in the form of pangat, you have to sit on the floor to eat your langar. Because at that point there was the caste system where they wouldn't eat with different castes. They thought that they were more superior. So Guru Sahib said, if you want my darshan, you want to come into my court, you all have to sit on the same level, regardless of who you are. You can be a king or a beggar. You all have to sit on the floor, side by side, and eat the same food. That was the first rule. And the second one was that the women will not veil their faces, they'll not cover their faces, they'll come to the darbar with their face showing. So Guru Sahib told the youngest wife to unveil her face. But because she was so oppressed and so scared of her husband, she got really shy and she ran out into the jungle. Instead of showing her face, she ran away. And her husband was so disappointed by this. He felt like she had done her besti in front of Guru Sahib. He didn't bother chasing her. He just left her in the jungle. So she stayed there for many years. She was just sat there in the jungle and she started going a bit crazy, started becoming a bit comely. So one day, a Sikh from Guru Sahib's darbar was going out to get firewood from the jungle. And as he went there, he tripped over this lady who had been sat there for many, many years. And obviously, because she was isolated for all these many years, she almost attacked the man who tripped over her. She started screaming. And he goes, let me help you, let me take you to our Guru. And so he did. He took the lady to Guru Sahib. And Guru Sahib said, you know what, all these years you've been sat here, and you're very weak and timid, but I'm going to empower you. He said, clean up yourself and recognize the strength that you have within you. It's okay if your husband left you, but what are you going to do now? What are you going to do with your life? And then Guru Sahib said, I'm setting up these Bhai Mandhaa. Bhai is 22, so 22 Mandhaa, and I want you to be one of them because you're not married, you don't have any commitments, and you've been living here long enough, so I don't want to keep you here any longer. And she was still very young. So he said, find that strength from within, and obviously take Guru Sahib's blessings. And he sent her very far away to do Sikhi Vidyala. So from the woman she was, oppressed by her husband, she was rescued by the Guru and sent to do Sikhi Vidyala on her own. And as we know in India, we don't really travel on our own. But Guru Sahib empowered her to that extent that she was sent away from Govindwal Sahib into India to do Sikhi Vidyala. Because she had that love for the Guru. And she took strength from the Guru, the same way that we can today. So that was just a mention of a handful of Bibia from our Sikh history. There's many more. It's unfortunate that we don't speak about them, but the more research that we do, we'll find that there are a lot of women mentioned in history who have done a lot of great things. And the reason that we tell these stories is Babaniya Kahaniya Putta Saputta Kareen. That these Kahaniya, these stories that we tell of our figures in history, of our ancestors, Putter Saputta Kareen, from children, Puttaranto Saputtara Banondiya. So Putter is a good child. When you have so in front of a word, it means good. And when you have ku in front of a word, it means bad. So say Putter Saputta Kareen. These stories motivate us and make us better children. They inspire us to do better as well. So I'll end on that note, and hopefully as women we feel more inspired as well. And as men, hopefully now we know the vital role that women have played in history and the fact that we're still here to play that role. Because without women, there can't be a future generation. Jit Jamna Raajaan, we're the ones who are going to bring the next Raje of the Panth, the next Maharaja Jissa Singh, all the future successes that are to come into the Panth are going to come through the women. So let's embrace our strength and our qualities, and let's step up and help the Panth flourish. And we do accept your support, and we appreciate it. So thank you very much for having me. Please forgive all my mistakes and bless me so I can do better. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
So kyun mandhaa aakheeaai jit jame
ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅੰਗਦ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੁਰਤਾ ਗੱਦੀ ਦਿਵਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਹੋਣ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅਪਾਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਅਤੇ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਵਿਖੇ ਕਥਾ ਅਤੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦਾ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਸਜਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਦਾਸ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ श्री गुरुद्वारा साहिब मोशी प्रबंधक कमेटी ਅਤੇ ਮੋਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਸਮੂਹ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬੀਬੀ ਗੁਰਵੀਨ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਇਰੋਬੀ ਤੋਂ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੋਸ਼ੀ ਟੰਜ਼ਾਨੀਆ ਵਿਖੇ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਆਖਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਹਿ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਈਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਮਤੀ ਗੁਰਮਤ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਸਾਂਝੇ ਕੀਤੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਕਥਾ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਪੰਥ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਮਹਾਨ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਤੇ ਅਹਿਮ ਭੂਮਿਕਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਚਾਨਣਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਜੀ ਸ਼ਰਨਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਅਤੇ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਜੀ ਚਤਰਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਨੋਹਰ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਰਵਣ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਬੀਬੀ ਗੁਰਵੀਨ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਰਵਣ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਥਾ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਲੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਹੈ। ਸਿੱਖ ਪੰਥ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਭੂਮਿਕਾ ਜਾਂ ਰੋਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਉੱਚਾ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਤੇ ਜਨਮ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਗਿਆਨ ਤੇ ਸਿਧਾਂਤ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਦੀ ਛਤਰ ਛਾਇਆ ਹੇਠ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਚਪਨ ਗੁਜ਼ਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਫਰਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ, ਪੂਤਾ ਮਾਤਾ ਕੀ ਆਸੀਸ ਨਿਮਕ ਨਾ ਬਿਸਰੋ ਤੁਮਕੋ ਹਰ ਹਰ ਸਦਾ ਭਜੋ ਜਗਦੀਸ਼। ਸਿੱਖ ਧਰਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਰ ਪੱਖ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਰਾਬਰੀ ਦਾ ਦਰਜਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਬਚਨ ਸੋ ਕਿਉ ਮੰਦਾ ਆਖੀਏ ਜਿਤ ਜੰਮੇ ਰਾਜਾਨ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਸਪਸ਼ਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਬੇਬੇ ਨਾਨਕੀ ਜੀ ਜੋ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਭੈਣ ਸਨ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਮਹਾਨਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਧਾਰਨ ਹੋਏ। ਮਾਤਾ ਖੀਵੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਾਇਆ ਅਤੇ ਮਾਈ ਭਾਗੋ ਜੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਪੰਥ ਦੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜੰਗਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਗਵਾਈ ਕੀਤੀ ਅਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅਪਾਰ ਮਿਹਰ ਨਾਲ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਹਰ ਖੇਤਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ, ਤਾਲੀਮ, ਵਪਾਰ, ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ, ਮੈਡੀਸਿਨ ਅਤੇ ਸਮਾਜ ਸੇਵਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲੀ ਆਤਮ ਸਨਮਾਨ ਤੇ ਨਿਰਭਰਤਾ ਨਾਲ ਅਗਵਾਈ ਕਰ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਦਾਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫਿਰ ਬੀਬੀ ਗੁਰਵੀਨ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਭਾਰੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਹੀ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੂਬਸੂਰਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਅਹਿਮ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਤੇ ਕਥਾ ਸਰਵਣ ਕਰਵਾਈ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫਿਰ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਮਿਹਰ ਭਰਿਆ ਹੱਥ ਰੱਖਣ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਵੱਧ ਕੇ ਗੁਰਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਬਲ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ। ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਆਪ ਜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦਿਆਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੀਬੀ ਗੁਰਵੀਨ ਕੌਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਧਰਮ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਸਿੱਧ UK ਬੇਸਡ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਬੇਸਿਕਸ ਆਫ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੀ ਈਸਟ ਅਫਰੀਕਾ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਗੁਣੀ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰਕ ਹੈ। ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਾਣ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਅਗਾਂਹ ਦੀ ਪਨੀਰੀ ਯੂਥ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਉਮਦਾ ਉਦਾਹਰਣ ਹੈ। ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੇ ਅਨਮੋਲ ਰਾਹ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚੱਲਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਆਪ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਅਸੀਸਾਂ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਬੀਬੀ ਗੁਰਵੀਨ ਕੌਰ ਨੇ ਕੇਨੀਆ, UK ਤੇ ਸਕਾਟਲੈਂਡ ਵਿਖੇ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰਮਤ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਤੇ ਕਥਾਵਾਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਟੰਜ਼ਾਨੀਆ ਦਾ ਟੂਰ ਹੈ। ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੀਮਤੀ ਸਮਾਂ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਆਪ ਮੋਸ਼ੀ ਟੰਜ਼ਾਨੀਆ ਦੀਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ ਰੂਬਰੂ ਹੋਵੋਗੇ। ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਬਲ ਤੇ ਉਦਮ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ ਤੇ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਣ। ਦਾਸ ਹੁਣ ਕੁਝ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਆਈਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਬੋਧਨ ਕਰੇਗਾ। On behalf of Shri Gurudwara Sahib Moshi, we are humbly grateful to Bibi Gurveen Kaur for imparting us with this very informative Katha presentation and for beautifully combining Gurmukhi with English, especially beneficial for those members in the holy congregation, the Sat Sangat, who may not be well versed in Punjabi, will have gained important knowledge on women in Sikhi. For more information and facts on Sikhi in various languages, you can visit Basics of Sikhi online, available on all the main social media platforms. Their brochures are also available at the Gurudwara Sahib. We are also deeply thankful to our respected Gyaniji Sahiban for immersing us in Gurbani and connecting us with the divine through Raag and melodic singing of shabads or holy hymns in praise of Akaal Purukh, Vaheguru, Lord Almighty, and our Creator, Katha. We pray for Vaheguruji's blessings to help us lead on the path of Sikhi, which is the path of oneness, love for all, seva, peace and harmony for a better and deeper life here and thereafter. The presence of everyone today is deeply appreciated. I would also like to thank Mr. Moshi for sparing his valuable time and capturing this memorable occasion on camera. ਇਸ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਦੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੋਸ਼ੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਵਿਲੱਖਣ ਅਵਸਰ ਤੇ ਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਮਨਮੋਹਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਕਮਰਾ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੋਸ਼ੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬੀਬੀ ਗੁਰਵੀਨ ਕੌਰ ਨੂੰ ਸਰੋਪੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਨਮਾਨਿਤ ਕਰਨ। ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਬੀਬੀ ਗੁਰਵੀਨ ਕੌਰ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਸਰੋਪਾ ਸਵੀਕਾਰ ਕਰਨ। बोले सो निहाल। सत्संगत जी बीबी गुरवीन कौर का एक बार फिर बहुत धन्यवाद करते हैं ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸੀਰਾ ਤੇ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਸਰਦਾਰਨੀ ਮਨਦੀਪ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ ਸੀਰਾ ਕੇਨੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਹਾਜ਼ਰੀਆਂ ਭਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਆਪ ਜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਆਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸਮੂਹ ਸੀਰਾ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ਰਧਾਲੂ ਹਨ। ਸਰਦਾਰ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸੀਰਾ ਈਸਟ ਅਫਰੀਕਾ ਰਾਮਗੜੀਆ ਬੋਰਡ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੰਗਾਨੀ ਦੇ ਆਨਰੇਬਲ ਜਨਰਲ ਸੈਕਟਰੀ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਭਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਆਪ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਹਿਊਮੈਨਿਟੇਰੀਅਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨਾਲ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆਏ ਹਨ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੋਸ਼ੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸੀਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਰੋਪਾ ਭੇਟ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾਲਤਾ ਕਰਨ ਜੀ। बोले सो निहाल। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮੂਹ ਆਈਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਹਿ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਬੋਲਦਿਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਗਲਤੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਦਾਸ ਸ਼ਮਾ ਦਾ ਜਾਚਕ ਹੈ। ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬਖਸ਼ੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕਰੀਏ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ